Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, CaniSports, and welcome back to the Notts County career mode. This is the beginning of our second season in the Premier League, and I need all of you guys to hit that like button again. This season we are going for a top 10 finish. Last season we managed to avoid relegation, which was huge, and Bruno Fernandes and his buddies are going to try and carry us into the top 10. My personal goal is to somehow end up in the top 6. I want to qualify for European competition. That is the big thing that I want to do. But boys, if we want to get there, we have to make some massive improvements. And talking about that, we have made some great improvements in the last episode, and a couple of things that were wrong decisions. A lot of you guys have been pointing out that the fact that we sold Haaland was a mistake. I agree with you. Yes, I do agree with you. I do not like David as a player yet. We'll see in this episode how well he does, and if he does well, he stays. If he doesn't, he goes. That's just how it is. And in a road to glory, by the way, again, if you guys can smash over 2,500 likes on this video, boys, we'll have another. We'll do 2 episodes per week. I'm telling you, if you keep supporting it, I'm gonna keep posting it. That's how it works. So we have 37 million at the beginning of the second season, which is a big amount for a team like Notts County. But I believe in our first season, when we came up into the Premier League, we had over 50 million. So we have to get a good finish this year in order to get more money. Now Haaland, 81 rated, and he has turned into an exciting prospect. Now this was something that I didn't expect. I think he only had showing great potential on him, but apparently he has glitched out and he's an exciting prospect now, which means he can go up to like 88, something like that, I believe. That would be an insane striker. So I am interested in buying him back, and after reading all of you guys' comments and telling me to go ahead and buy him back, I was like, alright, if I want to buy back players, or if I want to buy an amazing striker, I have to put some players onto the transfer list. And as you can see in the background, I'm putting a lot of them onto the transfer list. Lots of these players that at some point played a part in our career mode, like Manu, but also a lot of players that never really got to play a part in this career mode. So we are making decisions based on that, and we are looking forward into the future. And in the future, there is a couple of players that you guys were telling me I should check out their regens. Messi, as you can see, is 35 years old. He has not gotten his regen yet. And I also checked out Cristiano Ronaldo. He is also still in the game. So these two don't have their regens yet. If yes, obviously I would have gone ahead and brought them into the team. I would love to have one of their regens in my squad, or even both of them, and combine them at Notts County. That would be the dream. But in the preseason tournament, guys, we are getting ourselves 6.8 million, which is a good amount to go ahead and at least buy one talent if you want to. But 37 million again is our budget. And I was looking through the free agents. As you can see, we have Carranza, we have Coelho, who looked like a decent talent, but nothing really that surprised me because he was already 21 years old. But this Leon, for some reason, looked quite good to me. And the most important thing about him was he can play in so many positions. Right wing, left wing, and then right midfield and left midfield as well. And then also the cam position. So I thought to myself, you know what, why not? Let's just get this young man into our club. And I've genuinely, like, one thing I want to point out is I've really enjoyed playing career mode this way. Like, not having as much control in terms of gameplay and not going ahead and playing against every single team has made career mode so much more fun and so much more challenging, because normally if I would be playing all of these games, most of the time I'd be winning and things would just turn a bit stale, I guess. And I've really enjoyed the fact that I haven't been able to play every single game, and I felt like it changed something with the dynamic of this career mode. It completely prolonged this career mode, because I'm in season 4 now. You would expect me to kind of like be at a point where I'm already in the Champions League final if this was a regular career mode, but it's not. We are doing it in a different way. And Leon has signed. He's a 63 rated 18-year-old player who sadly wasn't as high rated as I expected him to be. I kind of thought he would be like at least 68, but he turned out as a 63, and he's a free agent. Now Red Sauce right here is a big signing. That is one that I wanted, and he has a release clause of 15 million. 4 seasons in, that's just too low. There is no way he isn't worth 15. So because of that, I just pounced on that release clause. I paid it and I was like, all right, let's go. Let's get this man into our team. He's only 23 years old, and you guys have been suggesting him as well throughout this career mode. I've seen his name pop up in the comments multiple times, and lots of you guys wanted me to bring in a Greek player into the squad. So that is what I'm trying to do at the moment. Retsos, 23 years old. We're offering him his wages, crucial first team player, 4-year contract length, and with the wages, as you guys know, I kind of feel like EA need to change the way this works. It should tell you like an amount that should be the minimum and a maximum, and you should kind of figure out where the middle point is, where you and the player can meet. But it's the way it is. We offer him 70k and he accepts. Now, our centre backs at the moment, as you guys can see, they are 78 rated, and also both of them are 78 actually. And Retsos is 80 rated and his value is 15 million. So that was a steal. If I sell Retsos right now, I can at least get 22 million out of him. So that was a great deal. After the big mistake with Haaland, I was very happy that we brought in an amazing player who is 80 rated and most importantly can play in multiple positions, because that is key to me. I didn't realize he can play in a different position as well, and we obviously do have an issue down that left back position. Bashandi, our youngster from Egypt, isn't there yet. He cannot play in that left back position yet. So Retsos, I was like, all right, he's 80 rated. We can still put Bushiri back into the team. Let's do it. Bushiri is back at centre back and Retsos will be playing as a left back until Bashandi grows enough, and then we can put him into the starting lineup. Put Bushiri away because he has low potential, sell him for a lot of money, and then put Retsos into the centre-back position, Bashandi down the left-back. That was the plan that I had in my head. Now, obviously, the defence is the most important thing in this team at the moment. We need to improve it a lot, but we also get offers for our attackers, and it is a 13.4 million offer for Ben Woodburn. And as you guys know, we have way too many centre attacking midfielders, and I told you in the last episode that I brought in these centre attacking midfielders because I kind of felt like they're easy to sell in the future, because attackers, their value goes up really fast. So there we go, 16 million for Ben Woodburn. That is a great amount in my opinion, and we're going to use that in the future to invest or reinvest into our team. And that is the thing with a Road to Glory that you guys need to understand. In a Road to Glory career mode type thing, you cannot just hold on to every single player. If you want to go through it as fast as you possibly can, you have to make deals, you have to sell players, you have to buy players all the time. Every single season, you have to cycle through your team, and obviously just try and keep your youth academy players and make them legends throughout the way. And that's exactly what we are doing. Breno Fernandes and Van Leuven have been amazing so far, and I'm just waiting to see what happens. And sadly, in the preseason tournament, we have lost. And with that, we have lost the opportunity to bring in 6 million into our club. It will be just a 1 million fee that we get added in, but we do get a transfer offer for Rex, because I can't bother saying his full name. And right here, it is an offer from Torino, I believe, and we are going to be trying to get that value up a little bit more. And he has joined into our team on a free. As far as I can remember, we brought him in on a pre-contract, so I was like, alright, 9.5 million for a player that is worth 7.5. That should be working out. And yes, straight away, it worked out. 9.5 million, another deal after the Woodburn deal has been completed. And we get yet another offer. Everyone that we put onto the transfer list is being asked to leave. Manu right now, our first 5-star skiller in this career mode, is getting an offer, and sadly he has never really grown, so we are going ahead and saying, all right, Manu, it's time for you to leave. We're going to say 4.75. They're going to come back with an answer, and it's going to be yes. So 3 of our players have now been sold: Woodburn, Rex, and also our dear 5-star skiller Manu. And then we get offers again. Silveira, the youngster from the youth academy, he finally gets a loan offer. And Odger, I accepted the first offer, didn't work out, but the second one right here, the 7.6 million offer, that will be working out. Odger is leaving the team as well, 75 rated, never really got a chance to play in our team, and never really will, because he's just too low rated and doesn't really have high potential. Now, the first game of the season, as you can tell, guys, we have lost against Arsenal. Now, you might have expected me to jump in there and play that game. The reason why I didn't do it is the same reason as we had last season. I wanted to focus on beating the smaller teams before we start focusing on trying to beat the bigger teams. And here, in the transfer window, after having enough money, I tried to go for Haaland. And sadly, it doesn't work out, boys. He just recently has joined his team, so we can't acquire him back. And that was a shame. Now, we do get an offer for Bushiri here, who only has a potential of 82, I believe. And at that point, I was like, all right, if we want to ship him off, now is the time to do so. Because as he gets older, his value will lower, and we don't want that. So they are offering they're offering 12 million. And obviously, I was like, no, that's not happening. We're going to say 15 right here and see what our opponents say. They say 12, and they just stick to their 12, which is kind of a thing that I don't like. I wish they would negotiate. We're saying 14. What are they saying this time around? Well, they are going up with their value. They said 12 at the beginning, got him for 14. That is a great amount for Bushiri. Now, you might be asking yourself, why are you doing this? Because you just brought in Retsos into your left back position to still have Bushiri and Teta back. The reason for that is, since we can't buy Haaland, I was planning on buying a new centre-back into the team. So right here, I believe Bushiri is still in the team, and the first game that we personally are going to be playing, Bruno Fernandes, as you can see at the beginning, is going to lead us against Watford, and somehow they got this one through. Even though Aarons got a leg in on that cross, they scored, and that was quite disappointing. Watford take the lead, and in the 42nd minute, I tried my best to answer. Tonali right here. Over to David, the new transfer, playing at striker, and then Bruno Fernandes with his 93 finishing. I mean, you just can take those shots whenever you want to. So Bruno tried his best to score a worldie, and right here I just got completely outplayed. Cenk Tosun scores against us 2-0. Quite disappointing, because I thought I did have a chance against Watford, but they just outclassed me. It was a complete destruction in this game, and as you can see, later on, Kangi and Lee came into the game, and it just wasn't enough. We brought in the subs, and the first game of the season was lost against Arsenal, and now the second one that we personally played, we lost as well. And you can tell the players were not happy with the performance, and I felt something needs to change. We need to do something about this team, and David is terrible. So I thought, let's go for a new striker. Rafael Leao caught my eye, and a couple of you guys have been suggesting him as well, so I thought, why not go for him? 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 6'2", only 23 years old, and again, he has only recently been acquired. So that was something that I really didn't enjoy seeing. I thought I could get either Haaland or Rafael Leao. None of those worked out. So you guys didn't like Müller. You wanted me to go back and buy Leighton, but I thought, you know what, we can upgrade that even more. We can bring in an 84 rated Lunin, and he would be a massive improvement in that goalkeeper position. And he originally, I believe, plays for Real Madrid. In the first season of career mode, he is loaned out. So I thought, all right, 84 rated, it's going to cost us a lot of money, but I know he's worth 25, so 30 million should work out with a sell-on clause of 10%. I expected them to say yes. I didn't expect them to come back with a 43 million offer. I mean, that's just too much, even with a sell-on clause. So AS Monaco, I believe, just recently acquired him, and he might have like a 5-year contract. That's why he's so expensive right now. And they just wouldn't budge. They just wouldn't change their opinion on the price of his value. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a couple more tries. 37.8 right here, which is a huge amount of money for an 84 rated goalkeeper who still has potential, don't get me wrong, but that is a huge amount of money. And they said no. So I was like, okay, this is not going to work out. We are not going to be bringing in Lunin into the club. As sad as it is, sadly, Müller will remain in goal, and we're just going to train up Müller. That's what we're going to do. So I looked at my transfer list again, and I saw one that I wanted to buy last season for 10.8 million, Ikone. He is definitely worth that money. So we are going in, paying the release clause, and we're going to see what we can do with his contract. Can we get this guy into the team? Now, the thought behind this was, Dilrosun is quite one-dimensional. Dilrosun only has his left foot. He's not bad, don't get me wrong. He's a great talent, but he is only left-footed. And whenever I cut inside with him, I struggle. And I thought to myself, if we bring in Ikone, we can play him at right mid and then move Bruno Fernandes on his right foot to the left hand side, and that was the plan. So we brought Ikone in, the transfer has worked out, and we're going to check out his value as well, because the value is very important in this case. We paid 10.8 million for him. How much is he actually worth? He is worth 15. That is an amazing deal. 79 rated, the same rating as Di Rosun, but with better stats on him, especially the weak foot is a big one. He's a right midfielder with a 4-star weak foot with a left foot, so we can cut inside and take some great shots with Ikone. That is going to be very, very useful. A lot of pace on this guy, and also sadly, one thing is the difference. He doesn't have 4-star skills, but he has the speedster, he has the dribbler, he has the acrobat. And then I was very happy with that deal. But then I saw one goalkeeper. As I was looking into release clauses for goalkeepers, I found Paulus Lam. 30 million release clause for a 23-year-old goalkeeper who must be a youth academy player or regen or something, because he is not in the game regularly. He is a regen. So I thought, okay, that could be an interesting one. 30 million though was a bit too much for me, but I wanted to keep it on the transfer list, and I also wanted to change my formation. I feel like the formation that we played just was terrible. I could not play with it in game, and I wanted to switch to a formation that I can actually use in game. The 4-2-3-1 is what we are switching to. Van Leuven will be playing at cam. We're going to be using Bushiri, Romagna and Retsos in the defense together with Aaron. So you can see Bushiri has actually not left yet until this point. 12 million is the amount that we do get for him from Fiorentina, which is a huge amount obviously. And we had to make up for the loss of Bushiri. So I went back into the transfer market and I looked for some very, very talented players. 23.6 million for George Mere. I do remember this guy was a good talent in the last FIFA, and I thought to myself, 23 million release clause, this guy has to be worth it. So he I believe starts off at Köln. Now currently though, at the age of 25, he's playing for Feyenoord, and we want to bring him into the team. Crucial first team player. We're going to offer him a 4 or 5 year contract, as far as I can remember. 4-year contract right here, and we want him to join into that centre back position to play alongside a very talented Italian centre back for us, who also has a lot of potential. So we wanted to bring him in and play him alongside these players, and that would upgrade the rating of our team. I knew that this guy had to be over the rating of 80. There's no way he's not at an 80 yet. So we're going to see his value and also his rating in just a second. And as you can see, my transfer list is filled with a lot of players. I keep monitoring players all the time, and that's very important. We have to keep our eye on all these players. Whenever we need them, we need to go ahead and sign them. So we go into the squad hub in just a little bit to check out the price of George Mere, or is it Jorge Mere? Probably Jorge Mere, but I'm just going to call him George. That's the way it is. But we're going to go into the squad hub right now. We're going to check out his value. We paid 25 million for him, and he is worth 17 now. That is not bad. We didn't pay 25, sorry. We paid 23.5 million for him, and he's worth 17. So if we would have wanted to negotiate, there's no way we would have gotten him for like 23 million. We would have had to pay like 28 probably. So I'm very happy about that signing. He's 81 rated. Amazing. That is a beast of a signing. That is going to help our team a lot in terms of upgrading our defense stats to get more good results in simulations against the Premier League sides. And I really did focus most of my attention onto our defense. And right here you can see, after the loss against Watford, we beat Manchester United, we beat Sheffield United, and we got a draw against Manchester City. And that just showed me that the additions that we have made into the defense in Retsos and Mere, and also the formation change, have made a huge difference. And right here we get offers for Richardson, 8.2 million from Aston Villa. He is our Australian beast of a talent. I know he's an exciting prospect, but he's 72 rated right now, and there's no way he's going to play for us in this year or the next year, because we already have midfield players who are at an 80 rating. So I just thought to myself, as long as I can get the money, let's go ahead and get it. So Richardson is the next one that we are trying to sell. The youth academy has come in clutch. We were looking for a lot of players that we wanted to sell, but sadly in this case our opponent said no, we are not willing to pay the amount you're asking for. So Richardson, luckily for some of you guys that really love these youth academy talents, is going to remain on our team. But here's a key moment in this season. We get a huge offer for Arons. He's worth 8.5 million, and he came in from Norwich City just like Godfrey, and both have the same haircut in the game. They look quite similar in their pictures as well. They might as well be cousins. But we are going ahead and saying we want 11.5 for him, and they say yes straight away. He is worth 7.7, I believe. 11.5 was a great deal for a player that just doesn't have incredible potential. So we were looking to bring in a replacement, a very, very good replacement. 16.5 million paid for Rug, and this guy looks like an absolute monster. Some of you guys kept suggesting him in the comments down below. I kept him in the transfer list since you suggested him, and as always kept an eye on him. He has had his 16.5 million release clause for the longest time. I believe he's worth around 11 million because we have scouted him. We know how much he's worth. So I was looking forward to bringing him into the team. Crucial first team player, 5 years. That is a player that I wanted to have in my team for a long time, and I truly believed that we could get him up to around an 80 rating at least in this season. So he's currently playing for Galatasaray. He wanted a release clause. We said no, so he came back with a higher wage, and we said yes. We had to bring him in because this is a transfer deadline day. As we are doing these deals, we have accepted the deal for Arons, and we have already found a replacement for him. He was just waiting on the transfer list the whole time, and now let's take a look into his ratings. Obviously, Rug is higher rated than Arons already. Arons at a 77, Rug a 78. But look at his stats. This guy can basically play anywhere. 92 acceleration, 85 sprint speed, 85 stamina, 85 strength, great ball control, decent passing on him, and he also have great tackling on him. So this guy is an amazing player that we have just brought in into that right back position, who can basically play anywhere on the pitch if we need him to do so. And even though all of that happened in like the 7th hour of the transfer deadline day, the Arons deal just didn't go through. So I went ahead and bought a right back, even though we already had a right back who was supposed to leave, but apparently the fax machine broke and Arons remains in the team. So I was quite upset about that. But then again, I thought to myself, you know what we can do? We can just put Arons at the left back position, and we can put Richardson into the centre back position instead of our Italian centre back who's at a 78 rating. So we can deal with this until the January transfer window. In the January transfer window, he is going to leave us. But you can see the results right now on your screen. The team did all right in the last month, and we are now in October, and you can see after 7 games in the Premier League, we are currently on 9 points, 2 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Not too bad. We are not too far away from the top 6 either. We are only 3 points away, and that is great. I was looking forward to jump into the next game and see what we can do. But as we were looking to do that, we got an injury. Mere, the new transfer, has gotten injured for 3 months, and the plan that I had already worked. Arons moves into the left back position. Retsos moves into centre back. In the right centre back position, we are using Romagna, and then in the right back position, we're going to be using Rug. And we're starting off right here against Wolves, who are a great team, with Ikone into Van Leuven, and Van Leuven will score. This guy has been very quiet at the beginning. If you guys remember, we got him as a future star. He was the second future star that we got after the first one turned out to be a complete, I don't want to say it, shit show, but I said it. But yeah, I just looked for him, and Van Leuven has been incredible. He has been incredible, and look at Ikone again. He gets himself yet another assist, and this time it's Adams. Adams, the American, jumps up for the header in the middle. Great play by Ikone. You're going to see the replay in just a second, but Ikone is having an amazing impact on the team. He just feels like an incredibly agile player with a great right foot and an amazing left foot on him. He has boosted up the confidence in the team already, and in the 85th minute, we are not stopping yet. This time, David, the striker, is finally moving into an attacking position. He wants his goal. He desperately wants it, but he's going to pass it over. He's going to get his assist, and Van Leuven is going to be the player of this match for sure. Man of the match, 3-0, 2 goals from our youth academy beast Van Leuven. Bruno Fernandes is not stepping forward as of yet, but we do pass it over to him. Bruno Fernandes now on the ball with the skills, obviously getting past people, skilling around, trying to get past one more, and then he passes it into David, and David finally scores a goal. Guys, don't buy David. I have to try so hard to get this guy to score. He is nowhere near the level of Haaland. It was a big mistake selling Haaland and getting him, but in the end it's a 4-0 victory, which I'm very happy about. Then against Stoke, we were looking into the result as well, which is a draw right here, a 1-1 draw. Against Liverpool we lost, and then in the FA Cup we played against them again, the Carabao Cup, we got a draw, and we then got another draw, and then finally picked up a victory against Everton. So now it was time to play against Chelsea, and as you can tell, we are in the 10th position in the league on 17 points. We're only 4 points, or 3 points actually, away from West Ham in the 6th position in the league. We have to get up there. This is the target that I've set for myself. I want to be in the top 6. I want to make Notts County a top 6 team. And sadly, through those simulation days, we have gotten offers for David, who I'm desperately trying to get rid of, and I didn't see those offers, so I missed out on a couple of offers. We have drawn against Chelsea again, and then against Leicester I was expecting a big performance, and it came in clutch. 3-1 win against Leicester right there towards the end of November, and a win in the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Mansfield, and then we got up against Spurs. That is the game that we have to play. That is a big game. They are in the top 4. Spurs is a team that we need to beat. 21 points on us. Top 6 is only 3 points away, and Spurs is in that 2nd position. They are one of the best teams in the league at the moment. And right before we go into that game, we get another offer. Crystal Palace want to have David in their team, and I was so glad to see this, because this guy got to an 80 rating. Teams are looking for him to join them. He's a talented player on paper, but in game he's just not good enough, and he's worth 17, and I managed to sell him for 30 million. That was a deal and a half. Some amazing deals have been made in this episode. A lot of players have been sold for great amounts, but that one is the biggest one. I cannot wait to see a new striker join us in the January transfer window. We will have 2 options at the end of the video, but right here, Van Leuven into Icone, the new transfer, or should I just call him Icon, because he just bangs it in off the crossbar. An amazing goal from the new right midfielder of Notts County. He is on fire, boys. This guy is doing it all. He's assisting, he's scoring, he's dribbling, he's skilling, he's doing it all. And right here, Van Leuven, he wants another piece. Van Leuven without a goal in a game. Come on, boys, it's not happening. He is the new man. He's the new man in town. Yes, our number 8, our own Stevie G, so to say. He's a beast, an absolute beast. For some reason, we haven't really focused on him for too long, but since we have switched this formation to a 4-2-3-1, he has been incredible, and I've been so impressed by every single performance from him. And right here, we are up 2-0 against the 2nd place team in the league. And right here, Di Rosso came in. He is going ahead, passing it to Kangin. Kangin to Adams. Adams to Icone. Yes! It is going to be 2 goals for him. Last match, it was 2 for Van Leuven. This time, it's 2 for the Icon. He is putting it in there. Tottenham don't know what's going on. They were not expecting Notts County to turn up this way. And after losing the first game in this episode against Watford, look at the difference. The team is doing so well. The team is on fire. The young talents are playing together nicely, and they have kept a clean sheet against Tottenham. Let's go, boys. This is something to be hyped about. I was so happy seeing this result for these young players, and I could not wait to see what the future holds for us. So after that game against Spurs, we have played against Derby right here. It is another win, 6 points in 2 games. Sadly, somehow lost against West Ham. Then we won against Fulham, which is a great result. And against Palace, we took a draw. But these types of results are getting us closer and closer to the top 6. And you gotta think about this. Most of these games have been played through simulations. Most of the games, these players have been left by themselves. I had no control over them, and they still managed to beat teams like Manchester United in some of the first games of the season. Incredible stuff. These youngsters are showing their potential, and you can see right here, David has left the club, boys. He is gone. We are getting the money into the team, and that money will be well spent. Trust me. We are looking to spend this money on a new striker. 30 million, 26.5 has been added into the club, and we're going to be looking at our budget in just a second. But first of all, look at our team. Van Leuven is at an 82 rating right now. He has done really, really well. And Mere, now finally back from his injury, is coming back into the team. Arons is moving down to the bench again. Romagna is going to be playing alongside Mere, and Retsos moves back into the left back position. Rug has already grown to an 80 rating. Every player in our team, except 1 or maybe 2 positions, is on an 80 rating now. That is amazing. And look at this right here. These are the 2 players that I'm talking about, guys. Haaland or Rafael Leao. 2 incredible players. Really, seriously, unbelievable players. You're going to see their stats in detail in just a second. Haaland, 22 years old, 82 rated. You guys know him. We had him in our club. We have 32 million. So keep in mind, we will have to sell a couple more players in order to bring those ones in, because they're going to ask for at least 40 million. There's no way we are getting these guys for 30 million into our club. So let's take a look into their statistics right now. I want you guys to take a deeper look into them, because I want to make sure that you guys make the right decision. I want everyone to go down to the comments down below and tell me who you want for the team. Now, for me personally, we already had Haaland. He's an amazing player, don't get me wrong, but Rafael Leao, even though he is 1 year older, only 1 overall higher, he seems like the more meta type of player. You can see their stats right now. Haaland is a beast, and he's now an exciting prospect, so we know he can grow to an amazing rating. But Leao, 99 acceleration, 97 sprint speed, 87 strength. He is, I believe, 6'2" or 6'3" tall. He has some incredible physical stats, and in terms of dribbling, 90, finishing 84, shot power 83, volleys 84. He has the flair trait as well. And I want you guys to tell me, who do I go for, Haaland or Rafael Leao? It is in your hands, my friends. Go down into the comments down below and help me out as always. Who is going to be the main man for Notts County to try and get into the top 6? Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Absolutely love every single one of you. Hit that like button if you want to see this again in a couple of days. Take care. Peace.